Hey, I'm Gordon here at HiFi Buys in Atlanta, Georgia, and I want to talk to you about a new addition to the store that we're all really excited about, Dynaudio speakers, specifically the Confidence 30s. We're going to get into some of the tech specs on these speakers, what makes them so great, and what's kind of been blowing us and our customers that have had the chance to come and check them out away. Also, we'll just get into what makes the whole company Dynaudio special in general, and let's go ahead and dive into it. Dynaudio is actually a company based out of Denmark. They were founded in 1977. What I really love about them and what we've all kind of heard throughout the store is they just have a very relaxed, smooth, natural representation of the sound. It just really does a great job at preserving what the musicians intended in the studio, and that's probably why you find them in a lot of studios. So they actually do studio monitors. One of the big studios that I know uses them quite a bit is Air Studios out in London. My first speakers actually were Dynaudio studio monitors. I had the BM6As. I was just kind of starting out. I was like 14 and just wanted a good set of monitors, listen to a bunch of different stuff, and that's what my Air gravitated to. You can listen to it for long periods of time, very minimal fatigue, so it's just a great speaker and it lasted me years. There's an array of different options in the Confidence line, so even though we're focused on the 30s today, they actually have a pair of bookshelves underneath them, which are the 20s, and then they have two tower speakers, floor standing, that are even above this. They're 50s and they're 60s with bigger cabinets, more drivers, more air, more bass. In the Confidence line, they have four different colorways. They have three high gloss. What you see today is what they call their ruby. They also have a midnight and a smoke, and then they also have a blonde wood, which is kind of a little more of a matte finish to it. But all finishes look beautiful. Everything we've ordered in and customers have seen, they've been blown away by the craftsmanship and the quality of it. So I'm going to go into a little bit of the specs now of the Confidence 30. It's a three-way design speaker. So you have two low frequency drivers that are right about 7 inches. You have about a 6-inch mid-range driver and about 1 1/8-inch tweeter. It's a soft dome tweeter. They call it their Esitar 3. One thing that's really unique about this tweeter is they have what they call their Hexus inner dome. It's right on the back of your main soft dome of the tweeter, and it's minimizing what's called backwave distortions. This right here is what they call their DDC, Dynaudio Directivity Control. It's kind of acting as like a waveguide basically to help disperse the sound out, to give you just a wider sweet spot. Even if you're not in a perfect room with perfect acoustic treatment on the walls and everything, you don't have to just be sitting smack dab in the middle and only one person. If you're entertaining and you got a typical living room setup where you have a couch, a love seat, chair off to the side, everybody's getting a great representation of the sound. Then when you go to their low frequency drivers, they're using what they call their Neotech MSP. What you find in a lot of other loudspeakers is just like your standard kitchen ceramic kind of magnet. And what these are doing in relation to that is that they're using neodymium magnets. The magnets that you're getting in the Dynaudios are going to be a lot stronger, and really what that does for your sound is that's giving more tight, more definition, kind of more control, especially on lower frequencies, bass, mids. That's what's going to equivalent to a much better articulated sound that you hear. What you will really notice, one of the standout features of it is the baffle. Really what that's doing is minimizing an issue called diffraction. So a lot of the times when the sound is coming out the speaker, you don't want it to hit the side or kind of any of the cabinet resonance or anything like that. So it's just helping get that projection to come right out at you and fill up a room and not get lost in transmission along the way. Very solid construction. I think these are right at about 98 pounds is what they come in, so very solid build. The stands that you actually see down here are really nice. They give you the ability to level it, adjust it, really optimize the sound so it can give you the best performance. Another thing that's unique about them too is they actually are rear ported, so there is a port down here underneath it. So you'll notice they're lifted up off the ground a little bit so it can able to move that air out and into the room, and that's how you get a little bit of the extended low end on it. These are very efficient speakers. They come in at an 88 decibel sensitivity. These are rated at 4 ohms. Very efficient speakers, very easy to drive. We've tried a few different combinations on them in the store, and we currently have it paired up with our Moon by Sim Audio. So we have an 891 preamp and 861 power amp behind me, and that's what's driving the backbone of these speakers. And I mean, with that combination, I mean, the level of detail and clarity that we're getting, we have customers coming in every day saying that they can hear aspects of their favorite song that they weren't able to hear before. for. Moving on from the technical aspect, I want to dive a little bit deeper into how these actually sound. What's really unique about these speakers is how you're getting this level of accuracy and detail, but without hurting your ears, without getting a buildup of fatigue, without kind of feeling strained after a long period of time of listening. It's not over embellishing anything and trying to add anything that wasn't intended to be there from the musicians in the studio, but it's also not lacking in the performance in any way. It's giving you complete accuracy, and that seems to be the vision across the whole Dynaudio line. Very tight and defined in the low end, very punchy. Even in the mid-range, I find the mid-range to be very punchy, and that's what I love about them. Just very pleasing speakers, something that you can really just enjoy and listen to for hours on end. Some songs that I found that I really liked on them, one of my go-tos that I always kind of start out referencing whenever I break in a new speaker is Depeche Mode, Welcome to My World, off their Delta Machine album. I mean, just the low end, the bass that you can hear out of it, how forward and present it is and punchy it is, but still very kind of smooth and has a little bit of a roundness to it. Another track that I listened to on it that I liked a lot was Leonard Cohen, You Want It Darker. What I was listening for in that track was really just a great representation of kind of the chest voice and being able to kind of hear that fullness and that presence, but still hear kind of the clarity on the top end and everything with it. Another kind of go-to of mine has been like some of the older Earth, Wind & Fire stuff. I've always kind of loved the way their engineer, I think his name is George Masonberg, did like a lot of their transients. Like it'd be very fast, and these speakers can definitely keep up and retain all that transient information, which is really what you're hearing on the drums. I mean, really those cymbals and being able to cut through a mix and just really sound very sharp and articulate, but again, not harsh in any way. Staging, I mean, they're phenomenal. I mean, very open, very spacious, very three-dimensional. I mean, again, that wide dispersion that you're getting off this as a waveguide. We're in a pretty large room here, and I mean, one of the things I challenge customers to do is get out of the sweet spot and walk around the room a bit. You really hear how the sound really stays balanced, and really, I mean, it's just a beautiful sound stage. It's in the sense of depth that you get out of them. I mean, the reverb trails that you can hear and the decay, and just like, you put on a good jazz record like a Miles Davis or a John Coltrane and just hear the room that it was recorded in, and I mean, just the depth of it all. I think they're a knockout speaker. I think these speakers are for anybody that wants accuracy, details, somebody who really loves music, listens for hours on end and doesn't want to feel that fatigue and wants to be able to enjoy it, and something that as it breaks in, it just gets sweeter. I love electronic music. I mean, I find that tight, punchy low end excels well on there, excels well on hip hop, but again, that sound stage of that width and that depth, I mean, it's really for everybody from acoustic to electronic kind of derived music. It covers the whole gamut. So if you're interested in the Confidence 30s or any of the other Dynaudio options that are out there, come give us a listen in HiFi Buys in Atlanta, Georgia. We got a ton of friendly faces that would love to help you out. But until then, enjoy the music.